Hello and welcome to my channel, I Win to Lose Gaming. So today, our goal is to create the absolute worst team that I can think of in Genshin Impact. And we're gonna actually see how absolutely terrible or, how usable that team might end up becoming. So how are we going to do this? Do I have a process, a tried and true scientific method based on my opinion? So again, this is not going to be a definitive like, hey, this is the absolute worst team, but really my first attempt at trying to make the worst possible team in Genshin Impact. Now, how are we going to do this? Well, first of all, we need a full team of 4. So let's talk about what the criteria are. And we will actually gear those characters to the teeth with my account and all the crazy stuff that I have on my account. And we're going to see if we can, just kill things, and then next after that, see if we can clear the spiral abyss with that team. For one, I actually think that to make a team really bad, you need absolutely no way for them to defend themselves. No shields, no healing, and even though, there are probably some shielders and healers that I consider as some of the worst characters in the game, they will likely be avoided due to the actual utility and safety that they provide. You want every hit that you take to feel impactful and to actually hurt and to be consequential. So I think we can already nominate Amber to our team because, the Amber tier is named after Amber for a good reason. And here's my most recent tier list that this is mostly just used as a reminder to me as to what characters I think are the worst characters in the game. Now, one option that we actually do have is Aloy. However, Amber and Aloy together can actually function as a reasonable melt core, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. That sounds a little too functional, even though it sounds terrible, but it sounds a little more functional than I'd like. However, let's keep going through the list and see what terrible characters we have as an option. Now, we also have the Traveler, and we absolutely cannot use Animo Traveler because that would actually make this team a little bit better thanks to just how powerful Viridescent Veneer Shred is, and we don't want any of the grouping at all, like no grouping at all. We have Razor as well. Now, Razor, our good boy, he actually does, enough damage, I think, to comfortably kill things, so I'm not the biggest fan of having Razor as an option. Now, another option is Lisa. Now, Lisa is highly dysfunctional, like, without another Electro character in her team. Oh, I know who to add. We need to add Goro. Goro is not bad. In fact, Goro is an S or even SS tier character depending on what team he is in. But without another Geo character, what are you doing with Goro on your team? Oh wait, but Goro's Constellation 4 actually heals. So that is a big problem. So, oh man, this is harder than I thought. Initially I thought Goro, but I think we got to kick him out. We got to kick him to the curb. He's too good. He's too good to be on this team. This is actually harder than I thought to build an incredibly dysfunctional team. My goodness, is this really the worst team that I can come up with? I think this is close to the worst team that I can personally come up with right now. And funnily enough, this team name, Her actually really fits what we're trying to do here. So I'm gonna build these characters, and again, I'm not trying to build them to be the worst possible. I'm gonna try to build them to be the best possible that they can be. All right, so here are the character builds that I ended up settling with. Now, I am actually recording their builds after I made the entire rest of the videos because I realized I didn't have a good clip for their builds. So yeah, here they are. Anyway, Amber has a lot of energy recharge for the weapon. She has the Elegy for the end. And for her artifact, she has the Noblesse Oblige. Constellations and talents are as so. Aloy I built to be kind of a melter, reverse melter. Now, I believe at one point I had her on the 4-piece Blizzard Strayer near the beginning of the video, but right now I switched her over eventually, especially for the Abyss run, into the Aqua Simulacra for her to be a reverse melter. And now for the artifacts, 2-piece Wonders Troop, 2-piece Blizzard Strayer, just to kind of maximize it now. Sadly, her talents are pretty bad, only at 667. And then we have Kaya. Kaya, I have him with some pretty wild crit stats because, the Primordial Jade Cutter offers 1,000,000 crit stats. And then we have the 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fates with a decent amount of energy recharge, decent amount of attack percent. And Kaya Constellation 6, his talents are pretty well leveled as well. And next we have Lisa. Lisa has, you know, pretty garbage stats right now, and she has a good amount of energy recharge. I have her on the Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers to buff one of the characters, and she also has the 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fates because outside of Noblesse or something, she's not really able to use artifacts properly to buff the team's damage. So I just decided, hey, we're just gonna have her energy recharge actually, you know, be pretty good with this artifact set. So yeah, those are the builds that I ended up settling for these characters. So this is the terrible rotation that I've come up with right now. We're gonna open up with Lisa's Burst, switch to Kai to give him the Thrilling Tales buff, and I just realized that now we have... And now we do have Super Conduct, and we also have Aloy's Rushing Ice ability, which is kind of a meme. But yeah, okay, so we're learning a little bit about this team. It feels absolutely terrible and completely dysfunctional. But you know what? We were still easily able to take out the Primo Geovishap even on my first attempt. However, this team is already kind of beaten and bruised if you look at Lisa's health and Kaya taking some serious damage. Let's go ahead and try this team out against some random overworld monsters. So look at this, overpowered rain, right? Like, this is the buff. Man, Kaya is shredding with his Constellation 6. So I do have a video where I was just like, you know, trying to get Constellation 6 Kaya, and look at him go. I think Kaya is going to carry this team. That is a good lack of synergy that I'm pretty proud of for this team. You know, the goal was to make a bad team, and yeah, it feels pretty bad. It feels pretty bad. Now, okay, Lisa actually, you know, kind of did like a 20,000 damage hit with her Holy Elemental skill. Certainly not completely negligible, I must say. Oh, in fact, even Amber is able to kill stuff with the Elegy for the end. It really does go to show, like, relatively how easy this game is overall. Next, let's try the Perpetual Mechanical Array. We're going to give Lisa's buff to Kaya, and then we're going to go for the... Oh, come on. I swear I pressed the alt whatever, right? But, oh well. It is what it is. 39,000. Verse Melt, we're going to get Aloy's 80k Melt. You know, I do say it's a little bit better than I expected out of her. And you know, as completely dysfunctional as this team is, it's doing just fine, right? Like it's doing fine. Now, this would be a completely different story with like free-to-play stuff. Right, it's because of my obviously super whale-ness that this is even so viable. And wait. My goodness, I mean, Aloy is just outputting like 70, 80k nukes like it's nothing. I should actually build her to just be a melt nuker and then have Kaya be the on-field character. The goal of this is to see if this team can indeed complete Abyss 12, the top half, in a reasonable amount of time. So we're going to open up with this. I think, yeah, it's important to kill the ones on the side, in particular, the shamans. Those shaman ones are the big problems. Alright, I'm gonna try just spamming bursts. Maybe that's the way to go with this team. You know, because this is like taking forever to kill any of these things. That cryo shield infusion thing from the center is a really big problem. You know, Amber's pyro application is absolutely tragic. Oh boy, yeah, that lava troll is a big problem. And we haven't even taken out all the mages yet. Oh my goodness. I'm getting crushed right now. Huh. There's another one? Really relying on their bursts for the iframes, because otherwise I'm dead meat. And why is it only doing like, what, 8,000 damage I think? Well, actually, yeah, that's not, oh, this thing probably resists cryo like crazy. And considering all my damage is coming from cryo right now, that is not good. Oh my goodness. So let's actually take this team to the second half where it is a little bit more reasonable. Now, that's a bit of a problem because I do not know how to deal with the Rune Serpent outside of killing it in one phase, but I guess we're gonna see. So, okay, a non-negligible chunk of damage, although it's honestly pretty close to negligible. But hopefully now Kaya can finish the job. There we go. I think that was a little smoother than the last time I tried. Try to get Lisa's burst up, even though I don't know why. Ow. Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't even have a healer, so this is gonna be extra painful when I take damage, huh? Oh boy. Wow. You know, actually dodging things has made me decide to pick this card because I don't know how you guys actually dodge stuff. Okay, we are back in the fun zone, but this time we heal and I have a better idea of the rotation now. Having now used this team more than I would like. Oh man, Aloy's burst always whiffing is okay, that went significantly better. I don't even remember what this is. This one is the one with the robots. Oh no. Yeah, that sounds positively terrifying. Two of Amber's bunnies here to hopefully help keep us alive a bit. Because right now HP is a very valuable resource. Ow. I say that right when I eat a giant robot foot in the mouth. Okay, so, I mean, again, you know, this team is wailed as much as it can be, and it's functional, like barely. Oh boy, the Rune Serpent. I do not know its attack patterns at all, so this is not going to be pretty. I can't tell, like, what its attacks are, because I just don't know. Ow, that is definitely an attack. Go for the melt. 8,000 damage. What is even going on right now? Okay, it's just spinning like crazy. Guys? Guys? What the heck was that? Oh my goodness. Okay, have you guys seen that attack? Okay, so this gives us 2 minutes and 45 seconds to deal with this. And I'm gonna see if I can get Amber's burst like back up immediately with this. Alright, that was not ideal. I was trying to iframe it with Lisa's thing, but sadly... Oh boy, what is it doing? What is it doing? Why does that hurt so much? What am I even supposed to do there? Okay, I think I'm supposed to run out of that circle. And, oh my goodness, what is this? Whack-a-mole? Like, it was completely unattackable for like 15 seconds. Is this what you guys have to deal with? Like, is this an accurate experience fighting this annoying thing? And why did it only do 5,000 damage? Okay. Man, the energy funneling for Lisa is absolutely brutal. Makes her so terrible as like an independent user of Electro. Because she really needs like, you know, another Electro battery to even help her function. And Amber, oh my goodness, let's not even talk about Amber. Amber's kit. Oh dear, oh my goodness. Is Kai still alive? Okay. We have hope as long as Kai is alive. Let's go, come on! Oh my, where to go, where to go? Oh. Is this team terrible? Absolutely. I mean, we have the best weapons on these characters that we can possibly give them. We could shift around some of their roles, like we could have Lisa do more damage, or we could have Amber do more damage. But, I mean, just a bad experience. Minimal synergy, except for a little bit of melt. Lisa ruins everything because Superconduct and Overloadeds basically just do nothing for this team. In fact, it just makes things worse because it takes away Amber's Pyro. Amber's very poor Pyro application outside of just her Elemental Burst. It is not pretty, my friends. Let me know if you enjoyed this video idea of the worst possible team that I can make. Now, throw in some ideas down below for what you think a worst possible team could be. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. This is I Win to Lose, signing out.